A very good morning, students. I hope that you and your family are in good health. Today, students, I am going to start with a new chapter number 1, that is resources and development of your geography book. In this chapter, we will cover many things, but in this video, we will cover only what is resources, then what are the classification of resources. What do you mean by resources? Which thing is known as resources? In this chapter, we shall learn about the importance of resources. All such things which are available in our environment and which can be used to satisfy our needs are termed as a resource. In other words, objects or things in the environment that fulfill the basic needs of a man, which are technologically accessible, economically feasible, and culturally acceptable. Students, resources are not free gift of nature. Resources are a function of human activities. Humans themselves are important component of resources. Fine. So they transform material into resources and use them. फाइन. आपके घर के आसपास जितनी भी चीज़ें हैं, जितनी भी नेचुरल थिंग्स हैं, चाहे वो सॉइल है, चाहे वो माउंटेन्स हैं, चाहे वो एयर है, वाटर है, ऑल दीज आर रिसोर्सेज. ये सब चीज़ें क्या हैं? रिसोर्सेज हैं. तो व्हेन वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द रिसोर्सेज, वी कैन से हमारी नीड, हमारी यूज़, हमारी वैल्यूज़, all these things will become a resources. Fine, students. Resources are interdependent relationship between nature, technology and institutions. I have used here 3 words. These are technology, these are institutions and the nature. When technology, nature, institutions, all these interact with each other, then we can say this is the economic development. Fine. Now students, I want to tell you about the classification of resources. Resources are mainly divided in 2 parts. First, natural resources. Second one, human resources. Natural resources is also divided in 2 parts: renewable resources and non-renewable resources. Renewable resources are also divided in 2 parts. These are continuous resources, and second one is biological resources. Biological resources are also divided in 2 parts. First one is natural vegetation and second one is wildlife. Now we will talk about the non-renewable resources. Non-renewable resources are divided in 2 parts: recyclable metals or non-recyclable metals. All these are the classification of resources. Now we will talk about all these resources in detail. First, I want to tell you about the classification of resources on the basis of origin. On the basis of origin. In this, biotic resources are obtained from the biosphere. These are living and organic material, such as forest, animals, birds, fish, and the material that can be obtained from them. Fossil fuel, such as coal, petroleum, are also included in this category because they are formed from decayed organic matter. Now we will come on second point, that is the abiotic resources. What do you mean by abiotic resources? Yes, students, abiotic resources are those that come from non-living thing, that come from non-organic material. Can you give me the example of abiotic resources? Yes, ma'am. What are the examples of abiotic resources? Land, fresh water, air, all these are the examples of the abiotic resources. I hope students you are understand about the on the basis of origin. Now we will come on the next point, and that is the on the basis of exhaustibility. Here there is two pictures. One picture is denoted to renewable resources and second one is denoted to non-renewable resources. Fine. First of all, I want to be explain you what do you mean by renewable resources and what do you mean by non-renewable resources. Fine. Renewable resources. Students, renewable resources are those resources which may be obtained from continuously year after year for the satisfaction of human needs such as land, water and plants. These resources do not exhaust. These resources do not exhaust. They have the capacity to regenerate themselves. For example, we can say water, agriculture, fish and trees. Now students, non-renewable resources. These resources are those which once mined and used can't be generated. हम इनको दोबारा regenerate नहीं कर सकते. In fact, all the mineral resources are limited in quantity, which can neither be increased nor be renewed. ना तो हम उन्हें increase कर सकते हैं और ना ही हम उन्हें renewed कर सकते हैं. ऐसे कौन कौन से नॉन रिन्यूएबल रिसोर्सेज हैं स्टूडेंट्स? कोल हो गया, मिनरल, आयरन ओर, these all are non replenishable resources. Now students, we are coming on the basis of ownership. On the basis of ownership, we divided resources in four parts. First one is individual resources, second one is community owned resources, third one is national resources and fourth one is international resources. Now we will talk about the individual resources. What do you mean by individual resources? Individual resources are also owned privated by individually. हम खुद इंडिविजुअली उसे क्या करते हैं? ओन करते हैं. वो प्राइवेटली वो हमारे होते हैं. Many farmers own land which is allotted to them by government against the payment of revenue. In villages there are people with land ownership, but there are many who are landless. Urban people own plots, your own houses, your school, your other property. All these will become in the individual resources. Now we will come on the community owned resources. Community owned resources are those resources which are accessible to all the members of the community. Village commons, public parks, picnic spots, your playground in the urban areas, all these will become in the community resources. इंडिविजुअल रिसोर्सेज और कम्युनिटी रिसोर्सेज में यही डिफरेंस है. इंडिविजुअल रिसोर्सेज जो हैं वो हम खुद ओन करते हैं, हम अपने लिए ओन करते हैं, जबकि अगर मैं कम्युनिटी रिसोर्सेज की बात करूं तो कम्युनिटी रिसोर्सेज सबके लिए क्या है? बेनिफिशियल है. आप पार्क में खेलने जाते हैं, पार्क इज़ अ कम्युनिटी रिसोर्स. बट यदि आप अपने घर के गार्डन में खेल रहे हैं, अपने घर के कॉरिडोर में खेल रहे हैं, तो दैट इज़ नॉट अ कम्युनिटी रिसोर्स. दिस इज़ ओनली अ individual resource. Fine. This topic is clear. Now we will talk about the national resources. National resources क्या होते हैं? Technically all the resources belong to the nation. The country has legal power to acquire even private property for public goods. You might have been seen roads, canals, railways All these things will become in the national resources. All the minerals, all the water resources, forest, wildlife, all these things will become in the national resources. Fine. What do you mean by international resources? How it is differ from national resources? Internal International resources are those resources which regulate some resources. The oceanic resources beyond 200 nautical miles of exclusive economic zone belong to open ocean and no individual country can utilize without concurrence of international institutions. दिस इज़ नोन एज द इंटरनेशनल रिसोर्सेज. ये किसके द्वारा रेगुलेट होते हैं? ये इंटरनेशनल इंस्टीट्यूशंस के द्वारा रेगुलेट होते हैं. इंडिया का यदि मैं एग्जांपल लेती हूँ तो इंडिया हैड टू ऑब्टेन द राइट टू माइन मैग्नीज nodules from bed of the Indian Ocean from an area which lies beyond the exclusive economic zone. Now students, we are coming on next resource, that is the on the basis of the development. On the basis of development, we will talk about four types of the resources. First is potential resource, second is developed resource, third one is stock resource, and fourth one is reserves resources. What do you mean by potential resources? क्या होती हैं potential resources? These are resources which are found in a particular region but have not been utilized due to lack of capital, technology, skills, and etc. Yes, we can also give an example. Rajasthan, Gujarat have enormous potential for the development of wind and solar energy, but so far these have not been developed properly. Fine. Next one is developed resources. These resources which have been surveyed and their quality and quantity have been determined for the utilization, that is known as developed resources. For example, you can say coal resource of India, that is a good example of developed resources. Now we will come on the stock resources. Stock resources means those material in the environment which have potential to satisfy the human needs but could not be used due to the lack of appropriate technology. जिसको हम टेक्नोलॉजी की हमारे पास कमी होने की वजह से हम क्या नहीं कर पाते, हम उसका यूज़ नहीं कर पाते. सो दे विल बी कम इन द स्टॉक एनर्जी. कैन यू गिव मी द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ स्टॉक रिसोर्सेज? Yes. Water is the compound of two gases, but we don't have the technology to trap the energy of hydrogen and oxygen. Now students, we will come on the reserve resources. Reserve resources which can be put into use with the existing technology but their uses have been postponed keeping in mind the needs of the future generation. We are using river water for what? किस चीज़ के लिए? For generating hydroelectricity, but it is only in a limited quantity. So students, I think you have keep all these resources in your mind and learn one by one. All these resources are very important for the 10th class. In board exam, there are many topics which came again and again, because these all topics are very important. This resource topic, the classification of resources, is very important topic. So please concentrate your mind on this topic and clear all these points, because these all points are looking similar to each other. So just remind what are the resources, what are the classification of resources, and how we can utilize these resources. Now in next video we will talk about the development of resources, what is resource planning, what are the needs of resource planning, what is sustainable development, how we conserve of resources. All these topics we will cover in this next topic. Take care students. Thank you.